Oh my god, why is he 80 grand a week?
Right. Let's go.
We're ready then.
Yeah, alright, so you doing it, Curtis? You doing the catch up?
I'm alive. So, we begin by fighting one of the many, many blue dragons and a few of his buddies. Because we just randomly teleported and rocked up in his little crevice. Love rocking up in crevices uninvited. After we pushed his shit in fairly convincingly, pretty easily, the lightning from the battle attracts a certain bugbear that we all know and love. Macro's sister Nolza. She's looking a bit sharper nowadays from the. She's been toughened up a bit by the hard streets. Through the dragon's lair, we excavate it a bit and then managed to find a route into the Underdark. It seems like there's quite a few in this area. The party then dispatched some evil brains that apparently called bugbear brains that are the something to do with the Cthulhu monsters, and then we foil a cave dragon's ambush by removing its artificial darkness in a pond, and kill him as well. So 2 dragons, 1 party.
Yeah, you don't want to Google that, but yeah, and we ended just as you'd finished this cave dragon off, and its hideous visage lays dead and flaccid before you. So it's basically that was quite a quick and detailed catch up. Other than the fact that you found a relic built by Tar called the 1,000 Urns, that's basically everything. So we begin today's session with you guys inside this cave with these crystal amethysts glowing ever so slightly all around you. The water is now settled, and I hand the stage over to you guys.
Frosty.
Yes.
Macro starts.
Right, that was interesting creature.
Yeah, it was a bit funky looking, that fucker was.
Yeah.
Definitely a dragon though.
Right.
It's just filling into my theory, isn't it? There's a shitload of dragons here.
You specifically said blue dragons, Mac.
No idea what you're about.
Not once did you mention, oh, we will be attacked by a rock dragon.
How do you not know he doesn't identify as blue?
It is.
I don't believe that's the point.
It is yellow.
May I ask a quick meta question? Does anyone know what version of myself I am at the moment? I'm tracking back through the chat and I genuinely can't find my
Yes, you are Irish.
Irish.
Yeah, you're pretending to be.
So Irish. Yeah.
Yeah, I do believe you are currently.
Well, that's just grand, thank you.
That's it. You are currently the Mana Soul.
My condolences.
Macro, the party's reluctance to let him stay and butcher this animal, so he just gets like the 2 main fangs. He just wants them because they look quite basilisk and cool.
Alright, cool. Can you make a survival check?
Oh, God.
Gonna swim and or wade across.
Yeah, it's definitely a swim job. It's quite deep.
Is it possible to walk across these the tops of these crystals?
You can try. It does look like you'll have to do that stepping stone business to get across.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Does anyone really not want to get their feet wet? Then we could spend 10 minutes here.
Elsif just flies over.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I will try and just tiptoe over the crystals.
Alright, so Orwin, you've kind of swam across that way, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so as you get to the other end and climb out, the cave, the water was cold, freezing cold. You come out onto the other side wet, and here, there's marks, all along the soil and dirt on the ground, rake marks. And to your left and right, you can see obvious black splatters of blood, maybe an Underdark denizen. This is obviously its hunting ground. You can see there was a struggle here.
Okay, I'll stay where I am, wait for the rest of them, but I'll keep my eyes peeled.
Alright.
And I don't know if it's technically a use of it, but use a bit of shape water to dry myself out.
Sure. Alright, so what are the rest of you doing?
Does Macro go his teeth?
With a 20 survival, you do.
Sweet.
I'll try and tiptoe across.
Alright, just give me an acrobatics check. It's not going to be difficult. Yeah, you're fine. You manage to get across just fine. Nearly slip and fall into the cold water at the end. But you kind of like tiptoe off, and then your foot goes in and you realise that on this side it's like, what, an inch deep? You just, it's just black, deep water, and you just walk across. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it dangerous?
A bit cold, otherwise, doesn't seem like it.
Alright. Fuck, I hate cold things. I'll walk over.
Are you going via the amethysts?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, just an acrobatics check. Nothing major. Alright, yeah, that still fails though.
Shit.
Halfway across, Maisie, you fall into the water and immediately doused in cold water. It's nothing harmful, it's just embarrassing. And you flop out of the water, climb out, and get to the other side.
Sorry. Told you I'd be a bit useless.
Getting a bit of feedback again from you, only like your phone next to you.
My phone is not doing anything.
It sounds like when your phone gives you feedback.
It's your phone giving Google all that tasty data.
Does water smell? Or is it quite fresh water?
No, it doesn't smell. It's like, yeah, it's still cold water. It seems to be like that type of water that drips in through the sides of the cave from above.
Oh, yeah, that'd be quite filthy then. Yeah, Macro wades through to the middle and gives himself a bit of a wash, and then correct on.
Oh, it's definitely filthy now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So he does take baths.
Nolzol tries to get across with an acrobatics check. Ooh.
Disadvantage because of the gammy leg. Doesn't matter.
Nolzol just collapses, falls in the water, ends up actually hurting herself on the amethyst, stands up in a rage, and then just stomps across, gets to the other side. There's blood and all kinds of dirt and crap all over her fur. She gets up and goes, "Yeah? What are you looking at?" And then stomps off.
The answer to the question is a wet bugbear, but don't tell her that.
Macro's audibly belly chuckling.
Watch yourself there, Noza. I think there's something around here.
She stares at you, glares at you, and then realises you're being constructive, stops the kind of stare of anger, and then looks around and goes, "Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah." Walks over. Perhaps this is where that thing got its prey.
Maybe so. Could be something else, but
Wait a
just
minute.
watch yourself.
Do you think they fed it?
Who
Yeah,
fed
no.
that?
Probably like a god dog, I imagine.
Like, she looks around. Those things that live down here.
I suppose it's possible, but well, I wouldn't like to hazard a guess on it.
I'll take God.
Anyway, what's happening with the others?
Lagging. I didn't fall over.
Which way are we going? Are we going the south one or the... How many paths are there? Is there 3?
I mean, you can hear him talking, right? I'll just walk towards Owen's voice.
Yeah, there's one path out.
Scroll all the way across a minute, yeah.
But you do remember last week I told you here, before you approached it, there was another switchback corridor above you that led further up. And you decided that you would head this way because it headed further down.
Mm-hmm.
Right, can I have, if you're going to continue on, a D100 check from you? From someone.
Fast fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Arno rolls
Beat me to
faster
it.
than his shadow.
Alright. Oh, Linearis, can I have another one? Get us with this!
So weird.
What? Oh my god! All right, so you come after about another 15 minutes of travel, heading through narrow cave corridors, slipping between stalactites and stalagmites. You pass into an open area. Once, obviously, an excavation site or a mine. There's a single rusted rail leading to a cart, and the cart seems to be filled with something. From your distance, you can't see. And next to it, not single. There's two rails, and there's another cart beside it that's not filled with anything. It looks empty, and they kind of descend downhill slightly into a tunnel that just is dark. But around you, there's these signs of obvious excavation tools, pickaxes. There's a canvas tent that's long since fallen in, and you can see on one corner of the cave, there's the skeleton of a dwarga, or dwarvish figure, holding what looks like a pick in its hand.
Is there a map, or are we just...
Oh no, we're theatre of the mind at the moment.
So how many exits were there from here?
There was just one wide tunnel, which two mine carts lead into, that kind of goes down a hill slightly. And one of the carts is filled with what looks like some ore.
I want to know what ore.
Do you get closer?
Yeah, we may as well.
I mean, now that he's asking, it sounds like a trap. It's like...
Anytime anyone looks to do something, I'm going to sit down to begin resting and see if it happens.
Alright, so Elzerk, you get closer, and it looks like some... what do I roll for this? Blacksmith tools, I guess?
With intelligence or with strength?
With intelligence.
So this is +5 in addition to what it says. So 20.
That is some silver ore, and a lot of it.
Silver.
I mean, you even reach in to pick it up, look through the veins running through the stone. That's definitely silver ore. What is the rest of you doing?
Waiting around for Elsa to finish having a look.
Yeah, just following behind Elsa.
I'll try and get a short rest in if she's going to do some stuff.
Are you taking a look as well, Macro?
Macro's not really interested, he's just kind of looking after Elsa.
What do you want to harvest every fucking monster we find, but the second we find smithable ore, you're like, oh, I don't give a shit about that. That's not a bone. That's not a soggy eye I can't sell to a shopkeeper.
What the fuck am I going to do with that? How do I get that out of there? How much is that shit going to weigh?
You wanted to put half a dragon into your stupid bag of holding.
Don't find dragons everywhere. That shit's everywhere, isn't it?
Nolzol joins you guys taking a rest. Just watching you two argue by the minecart.
How do you constantly flip-flop between, oh, there's like a 2,000 blue dragons here ready to kill us, to, oh, dragons are barely anywhere. Better gotta conserve the one I found.
In this particular area, there is quite a high density population of them. Especially when you compare that to the rest of the world. Silver's everywhere, isn't it? That's where it is.
So if you can just go to a silver mine to get silver, and you can just go here to kill a blue dragon, aren't both of them equally rare?
Well, no, because there's only one of these places in the world, isn't there? Whereas, like, silver mines, like, are everywhere, aren't they?
What does that matter to you? You live next to this place.
We're next to this place. We had to, like, teleport here and, like, travel 3 days to get here.
Well, now we can just teleport here.
Well, I still feel like that's a lot of resources expended just to...
Can everyone else make a perception check while they're arguing?
Laniro sneezes and teleports somewhere. How is this a resource for him? This man teleports to the toilet in the morning. We haven't walked anywhere.
He always seems very taxed when he does it, though. Like, he always heavy breathing afterwards.
That's because those Fey elves are pushovers.
Oh, nice. So, there's a brief moment when Owen, Maisie, Nolzol, and Liniros are just sitting there watching this entertainment when both of you feel something just touch your shoulder. And then both Makra and Elzef just disappear as the minecart quickly rolls down the rail. Can everyone roll initiative? You feel a yank behind you, Elzef and Makra, as you go hurtling down.
Is it a mimic
Oh,
minecart?
I rolled.
Mimic minecart with me?
Yeah, I did.
Is it also the silver or is it only the minecart?
I guess you'll find out.
Mimic
Look at
minecart?
how happy he is about this.
I'm not happy. It's what I rolled for.
I'm not happy, he says with the biggest grin he's had in months.
That's not what I'm laughing at. It's just funny. It's that all the rolls came to this, even the perception checks. Alright. Okay. So the first thing that happens is Liniros. Just so you know, you've moved 50 feet, Makral and Elzef, down into the tunnel. Liniros, it is your turn.
You're also muted.
Yes. So what do I note? I just see them being grabbed by the minecart.
Well, you didn't see it. Like I said, the perception checks all failed. You just see them go, and one of the minecarts has rolled down as if they had fallen into it, and they just rolled off into the darkness.
Minecart.
Well, I guess. Where are you going?
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Owen?
What do you think's got into them?
That's a good question.
Alright, is that the end of your turn? Amazing. So, Elsef, as you're being held down the dark tunnel, you feel something grab onto your arm and then bite down. What's your AC?
24.
Alright. So yeah, and it's biting down on your armour quite hard. But Makra, however, the bite that you feel on your back tears your flesh, rakes across, and you feel this burning pain up and down your body as acid is jetted all upon you. So you take 16 damage, Makra, but Elzef doesn't manage to get past your armour.
Why is my fucking token not coming up with the health though? How much damage was it, sorry?
16.
16.
Then we're over to Elzef, your turn.
Elzef attempts to break the grapple, I guess.
Alright. Acrobatics or athletics, up to you.
Both equally bad. Let's do acrobatics. 20.
Alright. So you manage to break free, and you drop to the ground, smash it into the cave floor in front of you, taking 7 bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground. And then the cart begins to carry on going off into the darkness with Makral attached to it.
I would like to use my bonus action to wave goodbye. on my turn.
Alright, Maisie.
I really don't know. She sees where they disappear to down the shaft, right?
Yeah, like as if they just decided to ride the cart for no reason.
She might move to the edge, I guess, and have a little look through.
Alright, so you moved next to the other cart and looked into the darkness. And you've got 120 foot sight, don't you?
Yes.
So you can just see, just on the edge of about 100 foot, you just see Elzef waving.
They're fucking pissing about. Just leave them.
Fair enough.
I can see that. We probably should follow them, but why do they have to be such dicks about it?
Alright, let's move over to Makral then.
Can I just attempt to break out then?
You may attempt to break out, yeah?
Cool. He's probably not. He's not going to rage to do this. I think he's going to use a good old Athletics check. Watch this be the one I fucking fail now. Alright, little piece of shit. Athletics 27.
Yeah, you managed to break free, but you were going pretty fast. And as you break free, you smash against the ground, drag, roll, take 11 bludgeoning.
Ah, fuck that it.
Alright, Lanier, anything else, Macro, actually? You are prone, but that is about it.
I guess I use half my movement speed to stand back up. Is it still rolling down the hill?
Yeah, just disappearing into the darkness.
Cunt. I guess I'm ready an attack in case it comes back up for me, but other than that, I guess I'll use just my remaining movement speed to just start walking back up from whence I came.
Alright, Lineros and Allwyn, same. And from the darkness,
I mean,
Macro.
I'll start walking, like, just take a kind of pace after them.
Yeah.
Like, as if they've gone down in the cart and now we just gotta follow them like a bunch of fucking tag-alongs.
Macro, the cart, you hear a clattering in the distance, and then you see it coming back at you. Something out of your worst nightmares, if you were having a nightmare about Mario Kart. Giant mouth at the front with slobbering tongue, dribbling what looks like yellowish bracken liquid. The rest of it, kind of a metallic fleshy colour, comes zooming towards you at about 30 miles per hour, and then tries to smash into you. Can you make an athletics check, please?
Mm-hmm. I guess I can't have an attack of opportunity, can I? No, an attack of opportunity. Readied action, because I used my action to break through, didn't I? 24.
Alright, so it doesn't knock you prone, and it smashes into you. You push it, like you basically grab it and hold it. You go about maybe 3 or 4 foot dragged across the ground from the pushed across the ground, and then it stops, tries to bite you, and you just flail with it, and then it just zooms off back into the darkness. You can still see it with your dark vision. Actually, it's only gone about 30 foot away.
There's a cart with a mouth.
Elzef, your turn.
Does Elsa see the card with the mouth?
Yeah, you're close enough, and you've got dark vision, right? So yeah.
Yeah, Elsa fireballs it.
Alright, you firebolt it.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
And turn.
And that's the end of combat.
It was just a regular mimic, it wasn't even
Yeah. No. That's combat, guys.
So is the silver also gone, or is there just the minecart gone?
The minecart just melts in. The silver was real, and it just kind of falls across the ground.
Because I would have said with a 27 tool proficiency check.
Yeah. The silver was real.
Well. That happened.
Yeah, I'm assuming those of you that walked towards the cart can now see them approaching back.
I'm still finishing packing up my stuff.
Fair enough.
What are you two doing digging about?
The cart was a mimic.
Right. Well, guess you don't see that every day. Don't know why that went a bit Welsh. Accents are hard, yeah.
Don't even try.
Well, the only way one would
Minecart
is
from the
downwards.
valleys.
So we might as well continue.
Are you guys... I knew that some of you were sitting down for a short rest here. Is that still happening?
If there's time.
Yeah, okay then. That was weird.
Okay, so you sit down for a short rest?
Everyone gets my little temps.
Was it 13?
Yeah.
You can spend any hit dice.
How many short rests have we had since we've long rest?
2.
You used a lot on the dragon.
I'll be right.
Yeah, short
short rest.
So, Curtis, you short rested on the mountainside, and then you short rested after the dragon, and now you short rested. This is your third short
Yeah,
rest.
so that's why I've got no hit die then, yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Unlimited short rest.
I might want to give a little hint to Todd. Todd's got some spell slots left, right? He's about to have a short rest, and he has cure wounds. I just thought.
Here you go. Let's get some more around.
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's good shit. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, you've got amazing fingers.
I don't usually like to make a habit of touching people while I cure them, but Chester was quite good at it and he occasionally showed me how to do it.
I'm about to say, I think you've got better fingers than even him. Whew.
Well, I don't make it as sexual or as weird as he does.
So you're saying Chester taught you how to touch people?
Very well.
On occasion, yes.
I don't need to know anything about Chester's relationships.
No, neither do I.
Yeah, Warlock's got his spells back on short rest, don't they?
Yeah, but what's the point? I'm not going to use them on anything, am I?
Is she just fucking with us?
No, I'm really struggling to figure that out.
That would be Chester's.
Go on.
That's why I'm
everyone else
asking.
talks about me when I'm not there.
I wish you would. My life used to make sense.
Should we just carry on? I'll probably die around the next corner anyway.
Makes sense before or after you were making portals for the Fae Father.
I thought that was a great time making those portals. The results, making them, good fun.
I didn't say it wasn't fun, it's just whether it made sense or not. Come on now.
That is fair. Interactions with the Feywild don't really make sense, do they?
Yeah. To be fair, I felt like I knew more what was going on then than what I have for the last 3 years. There's a minecart of a mouth down here, so let's not get eaten by that again. Eh?
I thought we killed that.
No, it just ran away, rolled away.
No, I'm pretty sure Liam described how I killed it with that fireball.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it on the floor there. It's just kind of melted into a puddle.
Is that what that was? I thought that's where it, like, had a shit or something. Ugh. Michael, like, dips his toe into it.
You took a bath a minute ago.
I take baths because I have a habit of doing this, okay? And I took a bath a minute ago and the little fucking thing just swallowed me.
Yeah, even your sister goes, why didn't you just use your blade? And she just pokes it with her greatsword. You don't have to use your actual flesh.
I can't tell what texture or what temperature it is with my blade.
How are you spawn of our father, honestly?
How do you look at that and you're like, oh, well, wonder what temperature this is? Look, it's a melted mimic.
Curiosity, okay?
Curiosity killed everyone.
So was it a bit warm? What was the temperature?
Lukewarm. About the same temperature as the surrounding air.
That's not lukewarm, apparently. Lukewarm is warmer than the surrounding temperature.
But it is slightly warmer than the surrounding temperature. So I was right.
Okay, we descend downwards. This is not going anywhere.
Yeah, alright, so you guys continue on after your short rest. I'll have Allwyn this time roll a D100.
Alright.
Let me check. Okay, so you guys begin moving into the tunnel, and it's some hours later. You are beginning to get a bit tired. It's probably coming to the evening time outside. When Maisie, you see it first. It's not a matter of perception. It's a matter of the fact that you can read any writing. And I know that another one of you can read Undercommon, right? Was it Lineros?
If I want to, I can read everything if I take a bit of time, but I also do speak Undercommon, yes.
Yes, so you see, both of you, Maisie and Lineros, on the wall, on your left. It seems to become, like, the cave begins to become less amethyst and more kind of like this diamond crystal. Like this almost milky transparency to the crystals hanging from the stone walls here. And they become smoother, as if they were carved. And on the left, as you pass, you guys stop. And Nolzo stops as well, blinks. And there is a bunch of undercommon runes on the walls. And Maisie, between the runes are those lines that you saw when you first entered the Underdark several hours ago. The way that what looks like the Illithids impart emotions and memories into the writing, these runes here have that kind of like psychic lines, like a spider web of thoughts and emotions between the runes here. And not even Nolzo seems to notice and reaches out, and she turns to Makra and says, I think this is it.
You think this is what?
I don't know. I've dreamt of this.
Right, dreams. Seems to be making this whole expedition quite easy, actually, these dreams. Good thing we've had them, really.
Yeah, you could have gone in circles, but Rocket rolled perfectly.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so Maisie and Lineros, like, you can see that writing. Lineros and Maisie, you can see that it says something along the lines of a great battle took place here, and we are victorious. We, as in the Undercommon Fort collective, not as in the we that you know it, but as in the collective term of, like, the hive mind, were successful. Maisie, you can feel the emotions of victory and of success and of inspiration here. And near the bottom, you feel the despair that they drank from their bugbear foes. They exulted in the despair and the sorrow of their fallen enemies.
I love this.
However, Lineros, as you're reading, when you're passive investigation, you realise there's an outline here. A door, but you can't see any handle.
Seems to be a door here. Not really sure how to open it.
Yeah, Nolzo's already going at you.
And I'm like pointing it out.
Yeah, Nolzo's already trying to put a greatsword between the lines and gaps, and she's getting nowhere.
Is it magical, Lineros?
I'm not sure if the door is magical. Certainly the runes have some significance, but...
Oh, and don't you have magical eyesight or something? Is it a magic door?
Yes.
Is it a magic door?
Orwin, the only thing you can see is the imprints of psychic energy that the Illithid left in their runes. You can't see anything like trapwise or no magic or abjuration, nothing like that.
I don't think it is. Doesn't appear to be any kind of magic on it other than the weird Illithid writing.
It's like deep speech or something, probably, right? Something we can't read.
Yeah, it's undercommon.
Undercommon, do they speak?
It's like
Doesn't Macy speak like every language?
Yeah, that's why they've already figured it out.
Good morning, Adrian. Welcome to 15 minutes ago. It's quite impressive, your ability to
I zoned out. I was texting with my dad.
You're sexting with your dad?
Texting.
Alright, let's not go there. Guys,
I'm gonna stroke your hair, Dad.
His stupid Christmas wish list only has Crocs on it, and I don't get it.
Anyway, back to the not magical door and its outline. It's like I said, this area seems to be hewn. It seems to be man-made, like carved. And Nolzo, Macro's sister, seems to be really desperately trying to open this door. She pushes against it. She goes, "Why would I dream about it if I couldn't get in?" She punches the wall.
So could you remind me again what it is exactly that we're doing here? Like,
I'll just point at Macro.
I mean, I get if it's for Macro, but are we kind of done now? Do we just leave you to do your thing? And how does this work?
I don't know about him, Nolzo shouts, but I have been dreaming, and I've been guided to here. There's something behind this door that I need. It was my father's, and I want it back. And Macro, you had dreams about the dragon.
She seems a lot more enthusiastic about this whole ordeal than Makra does.
I'm currently dying.
I don't think he's enthusiastic about much, other than, harvesting dead bodies.
Good company
That
for
well.
Maisie in her current state, then.
Maisie, can I introduce you in harvesting bodies?
Yeah, that sounds great.
I guess Elsa just tries out like the integrity of the door. If we could blow it open. Just...
You can make an investigation check. If you are a dwarf, you might get advantage.
It's not a dwarf, but she's better than a dwarf.
Alright, so, there's... Its mechanism is unknown. You don't sense, like you said, Owen doesn't sense anything magical, you don't sense anything magical. You feel like it's mechanical in nature. It must, if it's a stone door, it must be on rollers, or at least a very powerful hinge.
Okay, guys, look for some sort of keyhole or mechanism or something around this area.
What do you think I'm doing? And Knowles was like desperately trying to.
You're sticking your weird sword into openings. That's not how you open a door.
Don't know, it's got me well so far.
I see that you're related. And Elsa just goes around the area and looks for like any keyhole or anything. I guess I assume they just move like the mechanisms with their mind inside the door, and there is no mechanism. That's my assumption.
The thing is, it doesn't look like an illithid carved door. It looks like a dwarvish carved door. Or perhaps bugbears with sufficient tools.
Bugbears can't make things. Yeah, I guess I'm just going around looking for any mechanism.
Alright, yeah, with the 29 investigation, eventually you figure out it is on rollers, however the brakes are on. It's not opening at all. The mechanism may be inside.
It's barred from the inside.
Did we come to an end of a corridor, or was this just on the side of the corridor?
It continues. It does continue.
Shall we just leave this here then and carry on and see if it wraps back around to somewhere we can get in?
No! Knowles was like, this is it! This is what I came here for!
Okay, that's one vote.
Yes, I suggest we move on.
I might say, there's a democracy here.
She's silent.
Are we moving on for now? Till we figure out a way going in here?
Don't really mind, as long as we get something done quickly, because, you know, we've got some big fish to fry outside.
And
How
then...
much does the door weigh? Like, how much does a door this size weigh?
Probably around about, like, £2,000.
That's too much. It's too much, Liam. It's too big of a door.
I mean, I could Google a stone door, but I'm just going by the stone golem from Sunday. But I'd say somewhere on the lines of like £1,500 to £2,000.
I guess we could try going the other way around.
Yeah, go on. We'll go the other way. No's only staying here to figure it out. Where you coming? See if you can find another.
Not leaving here.
Alright then. See you in a bit. Mokhul starts walking down the corridor.
We could just stick around it.
Try not die. I still need a babysitter.
Alright, so you guys heading further down?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not long before you begin to smell something acrid in the air. And as you approach a precipice, you see that it kind of like drops down into a very large cavern space. Makra, you dreamt of this cavern space with all of its crystal hides and burrows. This is the area that your father led you through, and in the far part of the cave, lit up, is an archway of crystal. And you remember that set of spiral stairs that leads up to Darganra's lair, the Silver Dragon's lair. But below you guys, you all immediately slink back as you can hear. And whispers echoing off of the crystal lights and crystals here. You're about 10 minutes from the door, and you can hear all of the illithid below you communicating. There's probably about 3 dozen of them. All kind of, some of them levitating over crystals, their hands contorted in twisting kind of methods, drawing what looks like the mana, the light from the very crystal itself. And some of them have staves and doing the same thing. And you can see along the walls there are small brains with legs crawling up, giving help to these illithids. There are larger illithids, that have huge greatswords patrolling around the corridor. Around the corridors, around the actual cavern. There are ogroids, and you see that there's one central leader who seems to be dressed in yellow robes with a yellow mask, walking amongst them. But you can just gently hear their kind of telepathic whispers on the air as they ring through the crystals beside you.
Well, good
Before
luck,
you do
Macro.
anything stupid, Macro, I'm not really prepared for this fight, okay?
Yeah, I'm probably not in the best shape for it either, to be fair.
Maybe we should consider backing up a bit before they, read our minds or some shit.
You've lived a long life anyway.
Yeah.
What?
No, I mean,
I reckon we
I think
wake
we
up.
should just quit.
I'm with Elseth.
Maybe make our way back and set some traps along the way, so they can't sneak up on us whilst we have a bit of a rest and prepare for this fight.
We can rest comfortably, don't worry about that.
I'm reevaluating my position right now because Macy agrees with me.
Let's do it.
Yeah, she is very much like, she pretends to be him when she's like got that weird accent. Maybe this is her pretending to be you. Maybe she takes turns. When she's being dead nice, maybe that's when she's pretending to be me.
What do you mean this depressed sack of shit is like me?
Almost like we've just kind of big mirror around.
We're like 20 meters away from going into a fight to the death for some family business of yours, and you're out here dissing me.
I'm going to start backing up before their conversation gets louder and heated and attracts the unwanted attention of the host of elephants.
Okay.
Alright, Elsa wants to
Back away
trot
from
around
the
at
trouble.
least.
Yep, same. I'll back away and I'll start casting Mansion.
Alright, you start casting the
Pointed.
mansion. Alright, so some as you're starting to cast the mansion, Nolzo sneaks up and says, Macro! Macro!
What?
Found a way in.
Shut the fuck up!
Sneaks up.
Macro!
What?
Think we need to do it together.
What, the door?
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. Come on. We'll go jog up before we go into the mansion.
Alright, so as you jog up
We'll
to
be
the
here
door,
if you need us.
Alright, see you in a minute.
she says, I've found this. And you can see that there's the runes form. They were kind of random at first, but then she puts her hand up to them. And she sees that her fingers fit in the parts of circular runes, and then thumb fits into one part. And you see that the door kind of moves ever so slightly. And then she tries to reach the other one, and she can't, because it's too far away.
Oh, okay. Macro goes and sticks his hand in the other one.
Immediately, Macro, you're assaulted with images of your father and your mother walking into a large forge of sorts. And your father says something to your mother. It's silent. It's almost like a dream that you can't hear. And he picks up something, a gauntlet, puts it on, and then hands one to his wife, your mother, and she puts one on too. And as they grimace in pain, you see spikes begin to protrude from their upper arms, and they turn, and then you see them leap into combat with a bunch of illithids by the door. And at that moment, you see you come back to yourself, and to your right, Nolzol's already being flung away from the door ever so slightly, and in front of you, the door goes and opens just a tad, so you can just perhaps push it.
Macro pushes the door.
Okay, so the guys down in the corridor, Linear's casting mansion, you all hear a very loud like a rumbling of earth, and it just echoes down the corridor.
I fucking hate bugbears.
Does this mean
And-
we get to die in battle?
Not quite, but they might hear us.
How are you on teleporting, Laneros?
Now it just ignores you and finishes casting Mansion.
Alright. How long is Mansion?
Cast time is 1 minute, so I think it probably would have finished by now.
Okay. Alright. So, there is a sound, a keening screech from down the corridor, Elzef, and they're coming. In front of you, Makra, you and Nolzo look into a cave lit up. Lichen and Algae light up a large forge, like an ancient dwarvish forge, it looks like. There's a table on the far end, and from that table you see a pair of gauntlets glowing. And Nolzo runs into the forge.
Follow it, I guess.
Alright. What about the rest of you?
Getting in the mansion.
Yeah, I was going to say, if the match is done,
time.
get in there. We just decided we're not ready for a fight, so we're not going to go looking for a fight just somewhere else, just because Macro chooses that that's where he wants to go.
Alright.
Yeah, Alwyn wanted an adventure, not an early grave, so definitely.
So is it me, or has Curtis's room got way more grown up?
Yeah, for change rooms.
Oh, nice. I'll go into the mansion then.
Okay.
Next time you'll stream from an office, and then the next time after that,
It'll be like a high-rise skyscraper.
it gets fancier and fancier, and then at the end it's just a graveyard.
Beautiful metaphor for life, huh?
Great that we've left one of our friends behind. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy.
Alright.
It does. That's
Which room does she get?
So how far away is she ran now? Is it just ran into darkness and
No, I did mention that it glows. It's lit up inside from lichen and algae, and there's a river running through, or a small stream running through the centre in a T-junction. One of the bridges ahead is broken, but she runs across the bridge, and memories come flashing back, rushing back to you, Makra. Flashbacks of you being here. You remember playing in the river. You remember play fighting here, learning how to use a sword, a maul, throw a javelin. And she splashes into the water and runs up to this pair of gloves that are on this table. To your right and left, Makra, there are dozens of bugbear skeletons, holding clutching weapons, bones scattered beneath your feet in the river itself, bleached by the weathering.
This is no mine, it's a tomb.
Really?
Yeah, yours.
Is it obvious that this is the only room here? Does it look like it goes any further? Or...
There is a stream. The stream leads off to your left, but it's very narrow.
I'll put my head out then. I'll look outside. I'll see if they're coming or if they're all in the mansion.
All you see at that time is, in the distance of your dark vision, what look like those brains with legs crawling up the walls. There's about maybe 50 of them.
Yeah, Macross shuts the door.
Okay, so you and I was like,
I don't know.
yeah, and you shut the door, and it does lock into place. The rollers immediately stop when you push it, and Nolzo just looks at you and says, "What the fuck?" She's got the gauntlet held in her hand. Where are your friends?
That looks familiar, and they're in a magical mansion, but there's a lot of creepy little brain things out there, so we're probably not going to see them for a good couple of hours.
Outside, you begin hearing screeching and then thumping.
That's horrific. Yeah, we'll give up soon. Well, let's investigate this. He'll go up and look at the gauntlet she's holding.
Alright, so yeah, the gauntlet itself looks like a bluish grey, and one of them is bigger than the other. One of them's like it's a left glove as well. and one of them's right and smaller.
I'll compare my hand to the big one and see if that one matches.
Oi. She goes to grab it and goes, ooh, what makes you think that I don't want that? And then she looks down at her hands.
I'll still hold it, but I'm just like as she's holding it, I'm just putting my hand to it, see if it matches.
She's got a live, strong figure compared to your bulk figure, and she goes, "Yeah, okay, I get the point." Pushes it back towards you.
Yours, don't you think?
Yeah, and she grabs it, puts it on.
My wife's, to be fair, because I'd definitely be inheriting over you, but need to muster. I reckon you can have it for now.
Yeah, she puts the glove on and walks to the side and stares at the door with a greatsword in hand, and just immediately begins to attune to it.
That'd be wise. Makaror slips his gauntlet on and looks what else he's attuned to see what he can unattune from to attune to the glove. Oh, it's a fucking fact this Kopesh takes 2 attunement slots up, shaggy me.
What? The Kopesh doesn't?
There's only one. What am I attuned to then? I've got the Kopesh, I've got the Raps.
I don't know.
That's what's doing me. I guess I'll just unattune to the braces of defense for now then, and then attune to this gauntlets instead.
Okay.
As we hear this squealing and scratching at the door, I guess.
Yeah, there's a lot, and then there's a quiet, like a silence for a while, which worries you more, and then you begin to hear like the thump and the thump of pickaxes.
Oh fuck, that's more worrying. Shall we see where this river leads us to?
Yeah, and are you sitting down for an hour to do this?
It depends how bad this situation is with the door outside. If it sounds like they're getting anywhere close to breaking through, we might make a cheeky exit through one of these exits where these rivers are coming in, or these streams are coming in even.
All right, which one?
So is it accurate to what's on the map? You've got this one at the bottom that goes up, and then that one down there that goes down.
Yeah.
Probably pick the one that goes up. And hopefully it just takes us back to from where we come from.
Alright. So, Nolzol suggests that you wait. And they don't...
Listen to this door. Make sure they're not going to break in yet.
It doesn't seem like they're going to break in quick, but once she's attuned to her bracelets, you see she grimaces, and from her shoulder blades, blue crystals begin to protrude out. She grimaces, thin lines of blood begin to run down her biceps, down her arm, as then the crystals join with her glove, her gauntlet, and then you hear a grunt as the crystals inside grow out of her flesh and into the gauntlet, basically locking it to her hand. And then she brings her hand down, and as you look towards her, one of her eyes is glowing blue.
Well, fuck me, that's creepy. I don't want to mind him.
And then and then I guess you attune to yours.
Yeah.
Same thing happens to you, but on the left side. A bit of pain. It's almost like getting an extreme tattoo, and immediately blood begins to run in rivers down your arm until eventually the spikes reach your gauntlet, and then they begin to protrude out of the knuckles, the wrists, the hands, and then the pain just stops. And as you look towards her, she smiles. The eye that was blind, Makra, immediately begins to glow blue.
Oh, I thought it was just that there was no eyeball there. Oh, fair enough.
I did explain it went milky white when she took it.
Right,
the hag was watching through it, Curtis.
Right, okay. But she had my eye as well, didn't you? That's what made me think that she plucked it from my head.
It was a spiritual part, but yeah.
Right, okay.
So yeah, you have the item now. You can see it.
I've got it open again now, rereading what it does.
And then you and Nolzol escape up this river, climbing through the frigid waters and up into a very narrow passage, where she's on her belly, pulling herself through, and eventually she falls through, and you have to go underwater. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
I've literally just put my character sheet into editing mode as you said that. Brilliant. There you go.
And after holding your breath for 3 minutes, both you and her, pulling yourself across this cave wall, because you've got the water coming against you, you pull yourself up into a pool of cold water, holding onto a stalactite there, and basically pulling yourself through, until eventually you come across like a ridge of sorts, and she just waits up in the ridge, shivering.
Yeah, fuck me, that was a bit brisk, wasn't it?
It doesn't go anywhere. We're trapped up here.
Oh, that doesn't bode well. Shit. Well, we've got 8 hours till they come back out in fighting condition, so we can try and get some rest ourselves up here, or we can make our way back to that room, or what do you reckon?
Guess we could get some rest here. Don't suppose you've got anything heated?
He digs into the bag of holding, see if he's got anything, some warm clothes. I imagine he has in some regard.
Alright, so you and Nolzol can get a short rest here, but you're never going to be able to get a long rest.
Yeah, I don't think that'd be the case. Short rest is fuck all for me.
Not to mention you're both kind of like squished up into this little ridge as the water rushes by by you guys and down into the actual forge.
Do we get a long rest?
We'll get to you in a second.
No, after Macro's dead.
Alright, so we'll leave Macrat. So the rest of you, Laniros, you just managed to summon the mansion, whereas on the distant of your dark vision, you can just see one small brain with legs come into view and seem to almost sniff around if it had a sense of smell or nostrils, as the rest of you then walk into the mansion. You could feel the presence of a lot of creatures coming your way.
Well, that's tough luck, Macron. Yeah, I'll head in and...
Shut the door.
yeah.
Okay, so those of you in the mansion obviously would get a long rest. And while you do your long rest, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. Alright then, let's continue. We're back. Though those of you in the mansion, the magnificent mansion, managed to get a long rest, have a nice, decent meal, relax. However, Nolzol, Makrar, shivering for nearly 8 hours straight at this moment. The actual air does begin to become, like later on during your rest, become to be humid and warm. And both of you shiver and wait, warm up. Then it gets near the end of the 8 hours. It begins to get a bit sweltering, and she's already beginning to drink from the water. She says, "We need to go back. We're running out of air. I can tell we're running out of air."
Yeah, it's been 8 hours. We better make a move. And hopefully they've come out of the fucking mansion by now.
They've broken through. We're just gonna have to fight.
Brilliant.
Wake up, you faggots! We've got a fight to win!
What now?
Yeah, excuse me?
It's time to wake up. There are some little crawly prants coming in our direction, and I'd like to fuck them up. Let's go.
Today might be the day I die, and that's the fucking voice she has when I do.
Come on, Chip Chop, they're outside. Open the door, little wizard.
So, how do you know they're outside?
Oh, yes, good question. Well, you see, I'm not a fucking moron, because I saw them coming towards us while they were outside.
Doesn't mean they're still there, right? It's been...
He looks like a cross between a well-bred horse and a piece of slate. And you there, and he looks at Laneros, you look a little bit like a frost infant.
Yeah, sure.
Well, some insight you've got there. Why don't you go ahead and open the door now?
Yes, come on, Chip Chop, wizard.
No, I'm talking to you. You seem
right.
quite intent on finding these things, so off you go.
Yes, let's go, but I think we should let the troll with the utility build go first. She fucked with my armor. Just tested it. Come on, Chip Chop. Do you speak common?
Whom do I give Chester's money back to? I don't want to do this anymore. Can she just, like, drop from a cliff?
To drop me from a cliff?
No, I don't want to do it.
I've heard you're violent. Why don't you just hit me over the head with one of your hammies?
The most important question is, do I get 13 temporary hit points from Toddles? Or is that not a thing?
It's 13, yes you do.
Okay.
Yes, you do. That should pay for my way enough as it is.
Well, you're welcome to go first now that you have better armor.
Oh, good, but you missed the point. The fodder goes first, usually in these situations.
Yes.
Yes. So, Doodle Pip, step in my way. Out you go. I'll follow.
Are you honestly valuing your, 20 years over my 470 years of experience? No,
I once saw a fern on the side of the road that had the same kind of wrinkles in it as your face.
You're planted in your grave before I have my first wrinkle.
Oh, wait, you frown a lot. Has anyone told you that?
Are you gonna turn that frown upside down? You will if you go first.
I think we're gonna wait here for a while. Wizard. Piece of slate, well-bred horse. Let's go. This one's bumming me out. I'm just gonna go now.
Like, desperately waiting for these 8 hours to be over. And now the 8 hours are over, they're just sat here arguing about who goes out first.
Look, Macy, these are mind flayers. They drain your mind. You have nothing to worry about. Just go first.
Oh, squid faces! Yes, I'm actually quite partial to them.
Okay, I'll take it. Just go.
Did you know if you put a couple of tentacles in a pan and cover it with balsamic vinegar, it's quite delicious?
Fantastic.
So, Alwyn, shall we?
I suppose we probably should, otherwise we're going to be here a while.
Come on, Troll. Cheap. I'll put you in the back of my car and watch your head bob.
Just so you know, first sign of danger. I'm bouncing out though.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much as Elzet's head or the back of a wagon.
I'll open the door.
You know, I saw your sister with her hair stuck up, dyed green, in a gift shop somewhere.
The day you die is going to be the happiest day of my life.
Yeah, so I'll summon the portal into existence so we can leave.
Yeah, alright, so as you open the door, you see that the tunnel is empty, but there's signs, a lot of signs that there was a bit of a struggle here. There are claw marks, there is bile, and as you look to the left, somewhere up the corridor, you can see that the door has been, not opened, but like kind of knocked through. Like the lower half, in an arc, is still there, but with pickaxes and mining tools, it's been like burrowed through.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Well, shall we have a look in there first?
I guess we can. I'll tell you what, I'll send a quick message to Makrar.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I don't know if that's a great idea. It might confuse him. Do you think he understands how the spell works?
Potentially.
Yeah, I give it a go. I'll just send a message to Makrar saying, "Still alive?" ?
Okay. Macro, what do you
Barely.
reply?
Shivering my tits off. Up the river.
Is he alive?
He says barely, and he's up a river. Did anyone see any rivers?
Well, I guess
Maybe
that's
there's
one.
Oh, as he gets closer to the door and looks through.
Yeah.
Right.
Can you send him another one to come down it?
Yeah, yeah, could. Are we leaving after this?
Well, I think we're going to try and deal with the mind flayers, no?
I have no idea, really.
My
Try to
father.
follow on what Makrar, what he wants here, but still a little bit confused by that. Dreams and such, and talking a lot of nonsense.
Well, we're trying to do two things, right? Stop Macro from dying, and one of those mind flayers was dressed in yellow, which, you know, isn't a good sign considering whom Lanirus wants to stop from arriving in the Feywild? Or Mokhul City?
I'll
Which
say we're by the door. Come back if you can. If you can't, reply no.
There's just a BRB, and then makes his way the journey back down.
And it's not long, like maybe a minute, before you guys see Nolzo come first. And it comes down, they both come down the river, like that scene from Ace Ventura when he's climbing out the rhino. Just flipping out of this Kevin Ball, like slick Kevin Ball, into this cascade and down into the river. However, can everyone make a perception check?
Probably not.
Certainly try.
Yes, I can indeed, or at least try to.
Nope.
Nope.
Elsif is too busy staring daggers at Macy.
The dog goes woof, the cat goes meow. I don't give a fuck about you.
Didn't even rhyme.
It didn't even rhyme!
Doesn't have to. It was asynthetic.
Okay, so as background nods are coming down the river, Lanirus.
Yep.
You look around, you don't see anything. You don't hear anything. But then, at that moment, tiny bit of dust floats down and gets you, like, kind of lands on your robes.
Mm-hmm. And then...
Yeah, so that's what happens. And, do you say anything? I mean, that's what happens at that moment. A bit, like, as if from the cavern wall, As if part of the cavern wall above you was disturbed, and it like a bit of the cave like dust, just bits of rock fell down
I'll
into
just
you.
look up and see if I see anything there.
You don't see anything.
Holy fuck! What's wrong with Macra? You're right there. What's with the shit all up your sides and your eye?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Yes, Macro tries like look at himself in the reflection just to see what's fully going on with how fucked he looks.
You don't look fucked. You kind of look like what your father used to look like when he went into combat.
Thinks he can see the pond.
So are you well done here now, Macrar? You're not dying anymore? Is that what you came for?
I've no idea. Feel like we might need to save that dragon still. I feel like my life force might be connected to his. So we probably need to sort out these mind flayers first.
I was really hoping you wouldn't say that.
In the middle of the conversation, you stop. Right next to Macra, maybe 10 feet, 15 feet above him, you see a source of illusion magic. Very bright, in the shape of a humanoid. Can everyone roll initiative?
No.
Oh shit, they're here.
Shit, run. And Macro's 3 levels under-leveled and in need of a long rest.
Yeah, he needs to get that level up.
There's like 3 level ups, I think, now. What level are you at right now? 16?
15.
15.
15, so it's 2 level ups I'm missing.
And we're about to get one after this because it's a massive milestone this fight.
I guess imagine once I have my long rest, I'll be good to go. Oh, please tell me I've slept my toe.
I need...
No, I haven't.
I need Elzef and Macra.
Oh, that's a critted rue.
Yeah, I guess Elsef will fight for Macra.
And you begin to hear their telepathic whispers all around you, this low kind of whisper on the air. Elzef, your turn. You
it should be mine.
feel the presence of many, many figures around you.
I mean, Macra can go first.
Alright, Macra? Oh, yeah.
I'm still on the bottom of the river. I climbed up that.
Yeah.
I imagine I had, because of the conversation with Wolverine, wasn't I? So I imagine we're all up together. Where's our shiny boy?
Who are you talking about?
You just said you've seen like a humanoid figure shining.
You don't see shit.
Oh, I'm not seeing it. I guess that doesn't. I hate it. That it makes no sense when you roll initiative. I'm like, I'm ready for battle, but I can't see what I'm battling.
It's because Owen shouted, "Oh shit, it's here!"
Oh, okay. So I'm ready for battle, and then I look around. Can I see anything?
Nope.
No. I fire an attack to hit something that comes within range because he doesn't know what's immediately attacking him.
All right, Elsa.
Elsa sets up her 2 turrets as an action.
Just so you know, you guys can like place yourself anywhere on this side. Like you don't have to be in the line. You weren't in a line.
Can I not delay my turn in combat to like at the end of the round?
No, you cannot.
Bag of shit.
Yep. Okay. You summon the extra cannon?
Yeah. Remember, if you're within 10 feet of the turret, you have +2 AC. And turn, because of cover.
Alright, so...
have cover, it doesn't do anything.
Can Lineros, can Macra, can Orwin, can Maisie, can Elzef, can you all make wisdom saving throws, please?
Probably not. Do I still get bonus to this, or is that all ended?
Highly unlikely. I'm going to spend some inspiration to
Let me roll a d6 first to see how many charges of my amulet I got back. Okay, it has 4 charges. I'm going to use my amulet as of the Sentinel as a reaction.
Okay.
To get advantage on this. That's 2 charges gone.
I'm going to use one of my inspiration for advantage. We get 4 now, don't we?
Yep.
I've got 3 left now, and I get advantage
18.
on them. Don't think this is going to help. 12. Bastard!
Alright, at that moment there's a... from the figure that you saw, Orwin, a ripple of energy that just passes through the air, hits that pillar next to Lineros. Lineros, you just duck behind the pillar as you just feel this wave of psychic energy. Macro is blasted off of his feet by it. However, everyone else... Elzef got 16. Yeah, everyone else is fine. Makra takes 19 psychic damage and is stunned.
Oh.
And then the Mind Flayer runs into Makra, grabs him by the shoulder and pushes him to the ground. And you see him open his...
Next turn as well.
And he seems to open up his mouth. His tentacles flail back. And it looks like he's getting prepared to eat Makra's brain.
It's a
Really? That's unlikely.
Owen, it is your turn. Now that you can look around the room, you see two other figures glowing with illusion magic.
Alright. Well, I did say I would help Makra. So, I will make sure he does not get eaten.
Okay. Yep. Well done. That one immediately gets stunned. Just kind of like stops in its spot, falls to the ground. Was that a strenuous? No, you had a long rest, didn't you? So it's not a strenuous cast.
Yeah. I'm gonna move. Where's the other two?
One over this pillar to your left, and one across the bridge, up in the air.
I'll move down here behind this pillar to take cover from hopefully most of them.
All right, cool. Maisie.
All right. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh no, I better take Elsef out of that equation. Scorching ray.
Yep, you get advantage because of the stun. Wait a minute, I don't think you've removed the charisma.
Keeps doing that.
Also, remember your first one gets charisma, so your first one's right, but the others.
Is it this though? Is it because I'm adding the wrong level for the spell?
No.
Should I be doing that instead? No, that's still the same thing.
Alright, so just you need to edit the spell, remove the charisma to the extra damage, and when you cast it at 5th level, it just fires extra rays.
Okay. We'll just subtract for this one, and then...
Yeah, so 3, 4, 5. So you fire an extra 3 rays, and I can subtract for the first one.
Oh, 6 rays then. Cool.
Yeah.
Skadoosh.
It's still a lot of damage. Jesus! The thing looks scorched to buggery. Yeah, it's got holes. Part of its cloak's on fire.
I'm going to write a letter to my mother about that. Of course, she'll just caw.
That's an in joke, if I ever heard one. Laniros, you're up.
Yeah, I'll back away a little bit this way.
Okay.
I guess I know Orion stuff, but it's back away. And then actually I think Makra has a big chance of actually being hurt quite badly by these guys, so in order to help Makra out a little bit, as I walk past, I will Great Invisibility Makra.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright, anything else?
Nope.
Alright, cool.
Saves you from recklessing as well.
It does indeed.
Right, so one of the... Oh, I forgot to roll for Nolzol. People need to remind me about NPCs. So yeah, Nolzol would have ran in and done an attack.
But you know that we eventually forget about all the important NPCs anyway, right?
Yeah.
Whether we choose to or not.
What NPCs?
Exactly.
Alright, she runs in, gets one good attack off. In fact, we'll spend 5 charges of the new weapon. Decapitates it. As she brings it forward, the greatsword gets stuck in its neck. She lets go, grabs the gauntlet back with her right hand, grabs the top of its head, and as she punches into it, The spikes rip in, and she just, like Wolverine, just arcs out of his other neck, holding the head in the other hand, and then throws it into the water.
Arcs out of its other neck.
Wait, did I say that?
Sorry,
She holds it by the head, and it arcs out the other side of its neck as she lifts it up and tears it free.
That was metal.
I thought it was fighting some kind of Hydra lizard.
Alright, this Mind Flayer appears over here. Can Maisie and Elzef both make con saves?
Or con save? I'd hope so.
Wisdom. I apologise. Wisdom. Oh,
What
why am I
gives?
saying... It's not even wisdom, it's intelligence. I'm so shit at this.
Yeah, intelligence is 22.
Alright, cool. And Maisie rolled a... Alright, we'll go with that one. Alright, that's cool. You feel the wave of energy pass over you. However, it doesn't seem to affect you both. But this thing does move over here into combat.
That one's impotent.
How do you know?
Tentacles floppy when he looked at me.
This one moves to the...
Narrated.
This one comes out of invisibility near Orwin and Lineros. Can you both make intelligence saving throws?
Probably not.
What's it doing exactly?
Another Mind Blast.
That's a spell or not?
No.
That's not
That's
nice.
I'll use some inspiration.
Alright, yep. Alright, both of you take no damage. However, he does turn towards the door, and you see his tentacles move up and down in an undulating motion, and you feel whispers echo out. Macra, can you make an intelligence saving throw?
Probably not.
You are no longer stunned. That's the end of your turn.
Jesus Christ, it was a saving row to not be stunned as well. Fuck me, you're first in your bastard initiative and you have 2 wasted turns, load of fucking shit.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Elzef, you're up.
I guess Elzef is gonna be nice and is gonna recast Intellect Fortress on Macro.
Thank you.
Resist psychic damage. Yeah, okay, cool.
And then
You can't cast it on him. You
Can't see it.
You can't see him.
Oh, because he's invisible now. Fucking hell. Well, he doesn't get Intellect Fortress then. Yadi-da-di-da. You know what's way more important? Summoning a construct.
Oh.
Ooh.
And now we are gonna beat the shit out of this Illithid.
Alrighty.
As 2 cannons and a construct shoot at it.
Jesus
That
Christ.
is
Wow.
2 force ballistas. The first one's a miss. The second one hits, I think.
It does.
And this one just slams an Illithid.
The second one is a good hit. Hits it in the gut.
You must
And
protect it.
this is a clay construct. This is very important.
Okay.
And I end my turn.
Alrighty. At the initiative count 20. Two figures, or 2 intellect devourers, turn up to help their friends. Orwin, your turn.
I am going to cast Chain Lightning on the Mind Flayer in front of me and then bounce to the 2 newcomers.
Alright.
Bye-bye.
Mind Flayer takes a decent amount of damage and is sizzled. I don't think the intellect devourers can even pass that, even with... Yep. So that kills them instantly.
And then reevaluate where I want to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't really go anywhere. I'm just kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, so I'll stay there.
Alright. Alright, Nelzol moves over to here, goes for some attacks with her greatsword. Hits with the last one. Maisie.
Yes. Gonna fire this one, go after this one over here.
What are you using?
Fireball. But I'm gonna get it right, so it's on the edge.
Okay.
Hey, look! I can also do arts and crafts.
There's an explosion of fire, sizzles of water, filling the room full of steam as it just gets the mind flayer on the edge.
Just turns over and looks at Elspeth and says something along the lines of, if you made a macaroni picture of that, you could put it on the fridge.
Why are you speaking to me?
No, I just think you must attend a lot of classes and be quite lonely.
I wish I was lonely again.
Yeah, Leniros, it's your turn.
Alright. Well. Would I be able to shoot past Macro, or do I need to move in order to avoid cover?
You will be able to shoot past Macra.
Then that's what I do.
It's a solid hit, killing it. He kind of like shoots back, stumbles into the water.
Alright, do I see any other threats now?
You hear other threats
Where?
coming from the entrance.
Position myself over there.
Alright.
That's my
Alright.
turn.
Yeah, Macra, your turn.
Can't see any threats on now.
No.
So the third turn Macro has and does absolutely sweet fuck all. He just stands over here and he readies his attack to twat anything you can see and walk past him.
Okay. Elzef.
I guess Elsef readies an action to command the cannons to shoot at whatever appears.
Alright. At that moment, on initiative count 20, you see one of those ogroids appear, its tentacles lashing out from one side, one that you fought earlier, and then something that you haven't seen before. A very large mind flayer. As it steps into the hall, you see it's got a greatsword in hand, and it has tufts of fur around its neck.
Fucking buff mind flay. That is bizarre.
So-
And then you don't fucking dragons again.
Macross, your ready action goes off.
Oh yeah, smack this meaty boy next to me.
Alright.
28 for 14.
It's a good hit.
Oh right, I could shoot the illithid.
Yep.
Sorry, I forgot. That's one. This is not a hit. Oh, just no life.
Yeah, they're not good hits. Which one did you go to shoot for, by the way?
And the big one with the sword.
Yeah, he takes the force ballistas onto the chest, onto his pectoral muscles. Doesn't seem to hurt him.
It's Victor muscle. It's fucking muscle free.
Alright, so the Brutoid moves in. Steps here. And goes for 3 attacks against Macra. The first one...
Sees Macro even though he's invisible?
Oh yeah, he is invisible, isn't he? It's very true. So no, he doesn't. He keeps moving and attacks the construct instead. Which he hits first with a clash for 13. It's immune to psychic damage, am I right?
The construct, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll negate the psychic damage. So you take 10, total of 20 slashing damage. The construct.
Is still standing.
Alright, from behind the Ogroid, a particular illithid figure appears. Stands there, peers across the room with its inky black eyes, and holds up what looks like some sort of stave with tentacles writhing at the top. What's so funny?
I'm just being an asshole in the chat. Like when the previous really buff mind player appeared, I was like, "Ad" appeared, and now it's dad.
Laniros, can you make a? I think it's going to be wisdom, but let me check.
Checking what
Wisdom saving throw, yeah. You have advantage, but
Holy shit, that's bad.
That doesn't matter. I'm going to whisper you something.
Do I fail? Because if I fail, let me know.
You did fail.
Do I fail? What is this? A CR1 creature? Of course you fail with the fucking 13.
Well, I mean, I guess. So I'll take a +4 to the save. No matter if I then succeed or not, I will have this magical energy sweep out and damage 3 creatures of my choice with force damage equal to half my force, my wit level, so that's 8. So I will hit these 3 guys for 8 force damage.
Yes, you have literally just passed with the +4. You prevented yourself from being dominated.
Helpful.
Daddy.
And then the diplomat moves over to here. Alwyn, your turn.
Let's start with trying to make a con save. That's good. And I will cast Dominate Monster on that guy that just tried to... no, the big guy.
Oh, the big one.
Yeah, and I will...
What, the Brutoid? The big Mind Flayer, yeah, not the Ogre.
No, I presume the ogre, because the ogre's dumb, right?
I don't know. I kind of want the Illithid, big Illithid. I'm going to try. I'll heighten it.
So it gets a straight roll. It's a wisdom save, yeah?
Yes.
And DC...
Depends if you give me the Tasha's thing or not.
No, I don't, not yet.
18.
It passes. It
Well, they
both fails.
Bastard.
Anything else, Owen?
I'm going to move somewhere. But you can carry on. I'll move
Alright,
in
cool.
a second. So I've worked out where I'm going.
Alright, Nozol goes into a rage and then moves in to fight this big creature. Oh! Hits with all of them.
A charge of a gauntlet on that last one as well, I reckon.
She's not going to.
Liam, sorry, does it still take the damage from the, whatchamacallit?
It doesn't take the damage. Oh, it increases its DC by 2, so which means it passed.
Oh yeah, it goes the other way, doesn't it?
So yeah, it passed, actually. You did dominate it.
Cool.
Is it
I should really remember how these things work.
Liam, the construct gets a slam attack against the Mind Flayer.
Okay.
Because it hurt it. It misses, it doesn't matter.
No.
Alright, I'm going to take that damage up against Nolza, though, because she's intelligent enough to see the spell work. Alright. After Nolzol's turn, another creature steps in behind the ogre.
Oh, it's Frank.
And you hear his voice echo out. I am the consul in yellow. How dare you?
It's barely yellow.
Can Maisie and Elzef make intelligence saving throws, please?
Sure.
Oh no.
Oh no.
21.
Alright, you just pass. Yes, a synaptic static goes off over your heads, pushing your energy downwards. Maisie, you kind of, your breath's taken away from you, fall to your knees. You take 33 psychic damage and have a minus D6 to your attack rolls and ability checks.
No one else with counterspell? Okay.
Oh, is it a
30
spell?
psychic damage.
Well, if it's synaptic static, it's a spell.
Oh, I just
I
assume
can't.
mind flayers are just doing things. Yes, so I counter spell.
Okay.
Just a
Mind
random
I just
one.
assume mind flayers are just doing things. They're just hanging out. They're just vibing.
Okay. Give me a second. Was that a normal counter spell?
Yeah, that's why I rolled for it.
Okay, it counter spells your counter spell.
Come on, Maisie.
illegal.
That's illegal, Liam.
Can't counterspell unless she's speaking Irish.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, you can't do player tactics against me.
Oh no, I mean it's good. At least it's used up some
Yeah.
of its resources, right?
After wearing this gauntlet, you could have counterspelled that counterspell.
All right, so Maisie, you do take 33 psychic damage, and Elzef, you take 16. Maisie, you have a minus D6 to attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay.
Liam, is it possible for you to share the sheet of that thing?
Oh, the Brutoid.
Mhm.
I can.
Thanks.
I can share it just to you.
Pew pew.
There you go.
Thanks.
You should be able to see it under.
I do.
You know, I really do feel quite sick. Get on with it, you fucking Egypt. Oh, I'm here too. Let's go.
Oh, God.
All of them.
She'll cast. I don't. Does Sheila do this? Yes, I think so. She'll cast Wall of Fire.
That's a good spell. What, like, so straight across those guys near the entrance, yeah?
That's exactly what I was going to do, yeah. Like here. Tweep.
So, like that. Each creature within its range must make a dex save straight away.
Getting hot and spicy over there.
Alright, so it looks like
Taste the calamari.
the diplomat took full damage, but the console managed to jump out of the way just in time.
I'm really sorry, guys. I've got to go. I'm getting abused for being late already.
Alright,
Pain in the
that's
arse. I'm
fine.
so sorry.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Alright, see ya.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Liam's layout.
It's okay, I'm sorting it right now. While we're doing that, Linearis, you can take your turn.
Very well. Since I used that feature, I can only use cantrips now for this turn.
Okay.
So I'll do just that. And I will. Who was it that was casting the? Was it the console? Or was it the?
Yeah, no, the synaptic static?
Yeah.
It was the console.
Well, fuck you in particular then. Apparently, fuck me in particular then.
Yeah, like you fumble, and as you hurl it towards the console, it just gets lost amongst the wall of fire.
Yep, all good. How steep is this bank?
The first step is only about 3 or 4 foot, but then it gets steeper and steeper as it goes along.
Yeah, I meant like this way.
Oh, it's only like a slight gradient down into a shallow, narrow river. So, what, like
How much deeper is the river?
River's about 3 foot deep.
Okay.
So you can get about half cover if you hide it under that. You hid under there. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm going to just like lay down against the bank and go prone so that they can't see me.
Okay.
Sometimes the most simple solutions are the best. Not always, but sometimes.
Where's he gone?
Alright, so the Ogroid begins lashing out a macro on Nolzol, the tentacles laying...
God, baby.
Yeah, but it's just like an area, it just lashes out, and Nolzol's fighting it back, macro, you manage to dodge out of the way, and then it turns and hurls a globule of vomit straight towards Elzef. Elzef, can you make a dex save?
I'm making a lot of saving throws this
You
session.
do get advantage, so it halves it, but because it hits the pillar on its trajectory and then just splashes all over you for a total of 15 acid damage.
15.
Yep.
Okay, that's halved, yeah? Because I saved.
Yep. And then the ogre doesn't give a fuck, just begins running this way. So Nolzol and Macro get attacks of opportunity.
Sweet ass.
Fucking hell, Nolzol, go.
20 for 23.
That's a good hit. Alright, it gets to about here. Does actually run up to Alwyn? Yep.
Macro rages. As he rages, he screams, "Focus the one with the skull!" And to make sure he does that over there, and then make sure he stands this side of him so he doesn't know exactly where he is. And then I can attack around that pillar, I imagine, here, can't I?
Yep.
Well, I'll attack here, and then I'll probably move so he doesn't know exactly where I am as I'm hitting him. He's probably going to struggle to tell where I am with this massive wall of fire behind him as well. He's not going to be able to see my footsteps or anything. So that's 27 for 21 and 31 for 22. Oh, so close from a crit. So close, yet so far. And then let's use some crystal heart titan wrap shit. So you can spend 1 charge to deal an additional 2d10 piercing, so I'll do that. So I've got 3 charges left in it.
Is this the big guy you're attacking?
No, the one with the skull.
Okay.
Focusing the wizard. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can't.
Alright, there's no need.
There we go. 8.
Alright. Can you do me a favour? Can you make a... Let me check. A wisdom saving throw, please. As you approach him. Like standing next to him. Alright, you are affected by his debilitating aura. You have disadvantage on saving throws and attacks.
So they would have just all been normal attacks then.
Yep, so the first one would have missed.
So... What, 27?
Oh yeah, it was, yeah, reckless.
27.
Yep, that's fine. You've hit him several times.
So I attack twice and then that's me done then. And then a step there and that's me done.
Alright, Elzef.
Machine loops around and starts hitting the squid.
Alright.
Which is a move I like to call hit the squid. 1, 2. And this death machine flies over here. And then we have 2 machines firing at this squid. 1, 2.
That's 2 hits.
And then Elsa fires off a scorching ray also on this squid.
Wow, your bots are doing quite a bit of damage now.
That's 1, 2, 3. And I can fire for an extra 4.
Yeah, 10, 13... Yeah, they're all good hits. That diplomat, the one that had originally tried to dominate Laneros, is having a hard time. He's inside the firewall, and you've just bombarded him against the wall.
It's just a fucking battery at this point. And turn.
Alright, the Brutoid.
Makes
It is
3 great sword attacks against Squidface.
You have to use your action to give it a telepathic...
No, you don't.
You don't?
It's a free action. It says it takes no action.
Jesus, you crit twice!
Yeah, I did crit twice.
It's whispering to me, but guys, he just crit twice with that thing. Obviously,
So
the psychic...
I didn't realise the output was set to
It's alright,
because it's your sheet.
Yeah, the psychic damage obviously does nothing, but it turns and just begins fucking wailing upon its master, much to the surprise of its master. Anything else?
Do they have immunity to psychic?
He does.
Oh, he does. Okay. Fair enough. No, that's it for him.
Okay. The diplomat walks 1, 2. Fuck me. Sends a blast of psychic energy into Maisie, strikes her for 28 psychic damage.
I love how well we're all spread out. It's quite nice, this is.
I'll roll concentration for. Yep, she passes. Keeps concentration on the fire. Oh, tickled me. That feels good. I don't know. Oh, and your turn.
No.
I will Misty step away from this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then move again.
Or into the water.
I'm moving over there.
Okay. That's fair enough.
And then fling a firebolt back at that ogroid.
Okay. Perfect hit. It's beginning to set on fire. Very similar to the way that the previous one did. As you're causing more wounds, the gases are starting to escape from it.
Yeah. Make it go critical.
Right. Nolzol backs into this corner here and attempts a few attacks against this console. Yep, 2 good hits. Take. Console. He disappears for a brief moment in a flash of white energy, reappears into the middle here, and turns and fires a mind blast at Makra, Nolzol, and the Brutoid. Can they all make intelligence saving throws?
Can you see Makra?
Does it still hit me?
Well, it's not that you don't see, you just get a cone of psychic energy. It's
Okay,
not like...
that's fine.
Yeah, I was just thinking to see if that you'd actually do that.
Oh, such a bad roll for the Brutoid.
Not as bad as that. God, upgraded macro is so much more useful in this part.
Alright, so the Brutoid and Makra, and let's check.
Oh.
Oh, and Nolzol all take 22 psychic damage and are all stunned.
God fucking damn it.
22.
Yep.
Oh, why can't I do his health? I can see the sheep, but I can't do his token.
Alright, I'll do the... Oh, wait, I can do that. Yeah, okay, so I'll just minus it for you. Alright.
Thanks.
Yep. That's fine. Maisie, I don't know. The first time I'm going to use the actual fucking spell that she's meant to have, and she fires forth Eldritch Blasts of Fire Element at the Diplomat. Hitting him
God,
twice.
we're just spreading the damage so much here. Focus the fucking one with a skull.
Alright. Lineros.
Yeah, I will get up. Hopefully that allows me to just peek over the edge.
Yep.
See this thing. Like, no. And I'll like mount the other bank.
Yeah, you're intelligent to remember what happened like yesterday. Oh, you're talking about yesterday. 53 days to go.
I just need to draw something. Give me a sec. That's a fireball, right?
It is.
Shame. Okay.
All good?
Yeah, fine. We're doing pretty well so far, I think. So let's just keep it up. fireball the Ogroid again.
Yeah. Fireball goes off on its location. Blood, viscera, bits of tentacle, and calamari basically flop around the room. They're expelled out in like all directions. Luckily, none of you were in its radius this time.
Yep, that'll be me.
Doing pretty well this round. Alright, Macro.
It's stunned, so it needs to make a what? Wisdom save throw?
Intelligence.
Me. Maybe stunned forevermore. As I said, stunned forevermore.
Yep.
Fuck.
Elzef, your turn.
Also fireballs. So this one and this one get hit. So like the square is like here somewhere, right? Like I didn't care if Macro Sister gets hit, but I tried to avoid her.
So you're hitting the Brutoid, right?
And this one and this one, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so Rocket, can you roll me its dex save? It gets advantage, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's enough to pass.
Yep, so they both take 15 damage, yeah? Oh, you got Arcane Firearm as well, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll add the extra damage on for that.
And I guess the machine runs over here.
Mm-hmm.
And starts punching the diplomat.
So annoying that he's immune to psychic.
Yeah, I mean, Construct's pretty good against Illithids, who knew?
Yep. Yep.
Is he still standing?
Yeah, he runs in, cocks him in the tentacles, grabs hold of him, and then brings him down into the knee.
The right ballista shoots him. 23 for 10.
Yep, that's a good hit.
I'm still standing. Okay, the next ballista has disadvantage because he's next to it. Oh, actually, it can take a hit if he wants to. It moves a bit away.
The diplomat will hit. Is it? It's a construct, right?
Yeah, it's a flying construct.
Yeah, it does nothing to it. It can't hit it. It's psychic damage.
Whips it with a tentacle.
I will reveal to you my final plan if it ever came to the point against Illithids that we weren't winning. Elsif would have just resilient sphered herself and just kept the constructs outside.
I mean, yeah, they can still do physical damage, but no, most of the brunt of their damage does come from psychic. So is that with advantage?
No, it's not.
Alright, so it misses.
Just because I lose disadvantage doesn't mean I get advantage.
Ah, fair enough. Alright, so Owen, your control of the Brutoid.
Yeah. I can't move the token. Can you move it up 2 spaces and right 1 space?
So there.
Close enough.
I guess range, but reach.
That's even worse. It's even worse. It was better the first time. 1 space left is where I said, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then 3 greatsword attacks, which are now outputting to all, hopefully.
Yep.
Oof.
1 hit for 14.
Yeah.
You hear fall.
That's it for the Brutoid.
Alright, the diplomat, looking frantically around, bleeding, parts of its body missing, takes a deep breath. My life for the yellow sign. Can everyone make wisdom saves as he holds up his staff?
I'm gonna use my reaction to activate the Amulet of the Sentinel again.
Yeah, okay.
With 4 charges, Macra, Macy, and I get advantage.
Macra, Maisie.
Well, fuck you.
Is he casting a spell?
No.
You're a bit far away, my friend.
Is it
yeah, is this definitely everyone, yeah?
Yep, it's sight.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you see me? Behind the potted plant.
Maisie's crazy enough already. The yellow sign does nothing to her.
I'm gonna go for advantage on this, I think. Nice. Glad I did.
Is this a spell where he needs to see us, or an ability?
Yeah, you're fine. Macro, you're stunned. You and those are just like, Right, so what Leros sees...
So I just realised you should be negating that great sword hit because he was stunned. The Brutoid.
Oh, yes. Fair enough.
His save for it instead is nat 20. So
Yeah, so he's no longer stuck.
He does pass.
Alright, so talking about the wisdom saving throws, Maisie resist. Elzef, you got a 15.
That's correct.
Macra, no, don't worry about Macra. Orwin, a 19, or is it 11?
Yeah, 19.
Alright, and the only person to pass was Lineros. Lineros. Yeah. Lineros, as you look up, he brings his stave up, and above it, there's like this yellow calligraphy appearing. And then runes begin to spin around, and it begins to hurt your eyes. You close your eyes and turn just in time as it flashes. Okay, so Orwin and Elzef, you begin to fall to your knees as your eyes turn completely yellow. All you see is yellow. And Elzef, when you awaken, you see Orwin across the other side of the river, and Orwin, you see Elzef, and you're just filled with hatred for one another. You are dominated to attack one another.
Okay.
Orwin, kill.
That's everyone, right?
No, except you. You're fine.
Yeah, but everyone else is suddenly out to kill each other.
Yeah. Maisie passed though as well. But you can see Orwin. You just hear in the back of your head, kill her now.
Yeah, I'm trying, mate. I'm trying.
Jesus!
Elzef, can you roll a con save then?
Well, I assume it wants me to do it to the best of my ability.
Fuck
Okay,
us.
Brenda. No.
57 necrotic damage, Elzef.
I know what I'm fucking casting next turn. Where's my resilience sphere?
Is this bridge got like sides to it?
And the construct is gone.
It does have sides, yeah, like a lip.
Yeah, he goes and ducks down behind it.
Look at the double one on the con save.
However, Elzef, you can make an intelligence saving throw like, now that you've been hurt. Oh, you shake away the dominate.
I'm gonna tell your dad!
Orwin, you're just filled with absolute boiling hatred.
You tell him nothing because you're gonna die.
Fucking mama's boy.
You'll do nothing. You'll do nothing.
Nozzle still stunned? Yes! Yellow sign. The console in yellow moves up to here, sees Maisie. Will attempt to... Oh god. Pushes Maisie down to the ground, tentacles wrapping around her face, and she begins screaming in pain.
Oh, that's necrotic damage. I take half. I'm the fucking Void Soul. Suckers.
Yeah, in the back of your head, you do hear the Void Soul. Yes! Kill them all! We can get out of here after they're all dead. No, don't do that. Actually, no. Just use me.
I was considering the killing everyone.
No, wait. Liam got his personality wrong. He's not meant to be like that.
Yeah, and also she's no longer charmed, right? So
Yeah. No, but yeah, it's the Void Soul. The Void Souls does actually sometimes say, use me. Use my power.
Yeah, the problem is the Void Soul's power doesn't really do anything for Elzef because it uses the bonus action to teleport. I kind of need that to shoot stuff, so it's not going to get used.
It adds half of your level in necrotic damage to all your spells, though.
To my I thought it was to attack rolls.
It's to everything.
Oh, okay. Well,
but like it only occurs once, of course, per round. But yeah.
Then I'm gonna use it.
Oh shit! He's trying to eat my face. And she punches into his gut, lets off 3 Eldritch Blasts. All of them hit, so 16. Oh. And there's a moment where she stands up after it's attached the tentacles to her face, and then he grunts, and then she turns him around so you guys can see, and he's just missing his spinal column at the back, and he just slides off of Maisie's Eldritch Blast hand, and she goes, and just stamps on his face a little bit. He's dead. Laneros?
Don't fuck around.
Yes, that's an interesting question. What to do about this? Okay, I'm gonna run over to Alwyn. Cast a spell magic.
Alright, at what level?
At level 3, so I'll make the check and I'll use inspiration on the check.
Alright, cool.
So that's just my spellcasting modifier, right?
Yep.
$21.
It is enough to dispel the yellow sign.
Oh, I would hope so. Level 11 spells? Get out of here.
It's actually a level... just so you know, it's actually level 10. It was difficulty 20. But anyway, it's dispelled from you, and immediately the haze of anger lifts from your eyes, Owen.
Cool. He stays ducked down behind the thing and gives a little thumbs up to Laneros.
Okay.
No, sorry, Elsa.
Alright, Macra.
Macro makes another fucking end save because it's all he can do. And I swear it's only fucking me that ends up getting knocked out of combat for fucking every time. Fucking bullshit like this. Alright. Fucking god! Cockstuck, damn it.
I tried to give you intellect fortress, but you were invisible!
This is why I used my inspiration to auto-pass rather than just get advantage, because fuck getting stunned for 1 minute.
Bollocks.
Alright, Elsef, you're up then.
Elsef is gonna kill this man in particular.
Alright.
With a Scorching Ray. One, 2, 3. These are horrible Scorching Ray rolls. Is everyone seeing this? Jesus.
It doesn't matter though, so, Elsef, how do you want to kill the diplomat?
I think Elsef is the kind of person who aims their Scorching Rays just for the balls.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't go down like, holding it, but he looks down and he goes, why? Before he falls down onto the ground.
And then I guess this dude is the only target left, so I'm just gonna start shooting him.
What, the big one?
Yeah.
Alright.
The pat. That's the macro, so fucking gore me out.
The thing is here, combat's over because it's dominated, so you can just kill it if you want.
It might save, so.
No, I'm not going to shoot at him if combat is over.
Yep.
Is dominant person permanent? How long does it last?
A minute.
So you've got another 7 rounds, so you could easily put it down in that time if you wanted.
Oh, does it not get a save at all?
It does, but
it gets a save if it takes damage. That's what I'm saying.
It's got so little health.
Save.
That...
That's good. So I guess Macra, once he's not stunned anymore, just chops off the head, right?
Yeah, I assume everyone just stands around, aims their requisite cantrip at it, and just goes pew pew as I command it to just lie there and take it.
Take it, dirty bitch.
No one wants to see that.
Well, Macra's always been into that shit, so we can watch him push it shit in as usual.
Well, fuck me. I felt useful then.
Well, I think you should see the outcome of the battle as quite favourable. You were quite likely to have your brains eaten, and you didn't.
Well, I'd still prefer to help out a bit more, but that is preferable to that happening. Dragging the bodies across and piling them up in the middle here, so the relevant people can sift through them for magical artifacts.
Say about the cheeky finger, Elsa.
No, I quite enjoyed you trying to murder me.
It's good stress relief, I must say.
I didn't think it would be you. I thought it was crazy girly over there.
You
or the Neros in my sleep, but you, unexpected.
Well, unfortunately, it got the better of me.
We sift through the corpses, Liam. We want magic items.
Yeah, okay, make an investigation check. Maisie makes some remark about why she wouldn't kill you, she would just let you live your life, and eventually your depression would kill you.
That sounds like her.
Yeah.
I'll help with the investigation.
Right.
Hopefully, while Elsa pisses on Macy's grave. To be fair, Makra, it's not like you were expected to do much. They did take over like a whole colony of you guys, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Right, so you find a greatsword, some sort of staff with still wriggling tentacles on the end, a skull painted yellow, and the bog standard mind flayers had nothing on them.
Now, I assume we should not be using the skull, guys. There's just this nagging feeling in the back of my head that using this yellow painted skull is probably a bad idea if it is a magical item.
Well, the last skull we had was actually quite a useful one, and you decided to toss it down a fucking mountain. So use the fucking skull.
Remember not to use it, but at least we can bring it with us.
Oh yeah, I'm planning to sell it to the highest bidder, obviously. Who cares
Well,
if
that might
guy
not
gets
be good
taken over?
either. There's other things except for use and sell that you can do with things. Like you could protect them, keep them out of hands that you don't want them to fall into. Not sell it on the open market, you absolute buffoon.
Sell it to Owen's dad.
I wouldn't sell it anywhere close to where I live.
My pa probably would buy it.
Oh yeah, let's just sell it to Gwandia. He probably has way worse stuff in this basement.
I can assure you he does, and most of it isn't magical, unfortunately.
Okay, let me start identifying stuff. Laniras, if you want to, the skull is all yours.
Yes, I'll hold on to it.
Alright, so the stave itself is nothing magical. Eventually the life form at its head dies.
Mm.
The greatsword, not magical.
Mm.
However, are you doing anything with the skull?
Guess we're identifying the skull.
Yeah, I will identify it.
Yeah, the skull itself is a cursed item.
Oh no shit. Who would have thought?
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thunk it?
But what does it do?
Alright, so it looks to be the skull of a dead Eulifid, a very powerful Eulifid. It's a connection, it's a contact device between this and an extraplanar creature. Between this skull. Is that how you pronounce it? An Eulifid? An Uliferid? Like the power...
no one knows.
Yeah, Liferid.
Okay.
That is it. Yeah, thank you. It's the skull of a Uliferid.
They're cool.
Yes, except in my Pathfinder game, when they fought one, I made the mistake of putting it at the end of a 100-foot cave. And in Pathfinder, one person took all of the feats to charge, then took a lance, and he charged and got a ×8 crit. And he took its head off. Gotta love Pathfinder!
Yep. If you really want to have silly builds, that's the game to play.
I just looked at him like, why? Why did you do this?
Why you do this?
I say it out though, I really shouldn't have put it in an open cave.
So what's happening? Are you finished now, Macro? Is this like we dealt with the mind flayers? Your lands are free.
I feel like I imagine this guy's the main dude, but we're probably going to find the dragon somewhere. See if you make sure he's okay, and then we can get out of here and save the rest of the world.
Yeah, hopefully so.
Feel
Like
quite good on me.
quickly.
This is like this snug fit. This is. I feel like I'm dying not as quick with this one. And I guess if we've finished identifying stuff, we can make a move. Let's go find her. See if we can go find this dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Right, lead the way.
And now I feel guilty for Liam because he definitely had a battle map where we were going to fight all these illithids further down into this cave, a prettier one. But we ended up fighting in here instead. So now it's hot.
That's what players do. It's fine.
You were the ones that made him attack us after the doors were really loud. I blame you, really. Should have made the doors not as loud.
What? They were loud, though.
Well, you should have planned for that then, and planned for us to fight near all along.
I don't care. What I did care about was the 25 maps I prepared for randomly travelling in the crystal wastes, and then you guys went, "We teleport around."
I mean, that's just high level wizards being.
Yeah, I'm not that bothered about that. I can reuse that. I can reuse that in my next campaign.
I thought I could construct a cool boat, but Anna was like, "No, we'll teleport there."
Alright, so yeah, you peer out of the door and there doesn't seem to be any noise anymore from your left, from the right, especially from where you saw the hive last time.
Right, so, that may have been the leader of the hive, but we're not really sure, are we?
No, we're not positive, but I've got a good inkling it was.
He wasn't exactly wearing a name sign, was he?
No.
What do I know about Mind Flayer colonies?
Okay, you can make me a... What nature? It's, Arcana.
You think there's gonna be an elder brain with a tiny little yellow hat? It's like,
Yes.
The king in yellow. Ooh.
Okay, so you know basic facts that Illithids live in the Underdark.
Is this something that all of us can check? Or?
Yeah, you can. You know that they're from the Far Realm, and they have. This is peculiar, Alwyn. You know certain facts from your lessons with your father that they don't tend to dabble in religion, but these seem to be some sort of cult, for sure.
Well, I guess you get the odd black sheep in any race.
You know the basic facts about they use an elder brain and they use tadpoles to infest and infect humanoids. Sometimes they enslave humanoids to do their bidding, but so far you haven't seen any slaves. You've just seen manipulated creatures like the Brutoid is obviously a bugbear brought out of and turned into a mind flayer. And the Ogroid is obviously like a ogre that's been susceptible to many experiments.
An ogre, really? I didn't get that idea at all.
Oh,
now Elzef's bitchiness has just like bitched the DM. It's like it's ascended to the point when she's actually being bitchy to the DM. Brilliant.
No, it's very clear. Like her bitchiness transcends planes of existence. Like she's bitchy on the elemental plane. She's bitchy on the material plane.
Also,
she doesn't care about walls, so she's definitely transcending the fourth wall with her bitchiness. It's obvious.
Yeah,
the soul we recovered was actually the bitch soul. So
the bitch soul. Yeah, I'm feeling it. So what are you guys up to then? What are you doing?
I think we go deeper into the cave, right?
Continue down the corridor and see if we can find Macron's dragon uncle, dude. The big guy.
You do pass further into the corridor, and you begin to pass towards that brightly lit cavern that you had seen previously, with all the crystals all up the walls, and the light being fed, like the Illithids feeding off of the light there. As you approach, and Macro, you begin to get those familiar memories of the cavern again. It's empty. There's no Illithid here.
Well, I guess no Illithid, good sign. Look around. Is this the end of the path? Like we can go any further?
No, like it's like this is like a precipice, and it drops like maybe about 90 feet, and then across from where you are on the far side of the cavern is the same crystal archway and the spiral staircase that you remember leading to Dargan Ra's lair, the big man.
That looks like the way to go. Towards it.
Okay. How are you getting down?
Is it just down, or is it like across? Is it like a ravine type thing in front of us with something on the other side, or do we need to go down and then it's on the floor?
Yeah, it's on the floor on the other side, yeah.
Okay. I can cast Featherfall on us.
Alright,
I can
cool.
jump.
Alright, so Feather Fall is cast, and I'm assuming you all jump and descend to the ground. There's like lots of evidence here of the illithids from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
However, there's just nowhere to be seen.
Alright. I mean,
Let's make this sharpish, shall we?
Maybe we've killed the big guy, like their top man, and scared them all away.
doubt that.
We can be hopeful.
Let's just find this dragon of yours so we can get out of here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
according to you anyway, we should be stumbling over a dragon every 2 feet anyway.
Won't be long till we step into another one, will it?
What did you say?
Won't be long until we stumble into another one.
Ah. I'm sorry, you northerned too much there. I couldn't grasp it.
Alright, so you begin moving across this cave, passing by these small crystals, these large crystals, all giving off this massive amount of light. And reach to the other end without much trouble. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. However, the stairs here are slick with what looks like some sort of bile. And above you, the crystal archway has been corrupted. You know, like the goblin runes that were once there are now kind of graffitied and carved out.
Well, that gives us some idea of what happened here, but not of where they've gone. Let's have a closer look around. I'll start ritually casting Detect Magic while investigating in the meantime a little bit.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'm heading towards the place, I guess.
Elsef just scratches an Elsef was here over some random goblinoid ruins because she doesn't give a shit about any of this.
Alright, so Detect Magic does bring up the odd piece of Undercommon with the psychic links between the runes.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it doesn't bring up anything else. The crystals do give off evocation magic.
Okay.
Keep on helping.
Yeah, that's not so helpful. Let's keep looking.
What, like you want to keep looking inside this cavern here?
No, I mean, if we've thoroughly explored this cavern and we don't find anything, then
I think we're heading towards the archway.
Yeah. Thank you. Alright, yeah. Just so you know, there are other tunnels that lead out from this area. They do lead off deeper into the Underdark. But the archway is the more the thing that's right in your view. You know, it's made out of the crystal. Despite not having the familiar glow as the others, it's still kind of this milky diamond with a faint green hue. And as you approach it, like I said, the stairs are slick with some sort of bile. They're traversable if you want to walk up.
God, these are gross.
And there is this acerbic smell in the air as you ascend the staircase.
Why do I feel like there's going to be like a mind flayer dragon behind here?
This what kind of smell? I don't think I know that word.
Acerbic, so kind of like caustic and chemically.
Okay.
Oh, caustic. I can't say it now. You said it.
Caustic?
Originally, I'd used acerbic, but I changed my mind to caustic. Yeah.
Caustic.
Okay.
I'll keep on heading up and expect to see a mind flayer dragon of some sort.
And as you reach the top, is darkness. However, those of you with sight can see faint blue glowing rivers. And I mean, you're all careful. I'm going to assume that you don't just walk straight into the hall and that you peer around the corner and look around corners before you go up. So what you do see is a great hall with 6 pillars, 3 to one side and 3 to the other, leading to a pathway. But however, between the pillars, you see great gouges. Canals have been built, and what looks like kind of like acrid kind of fluid, gelatinous almost, flows between these canals towards great, looks like mollusks type shells, which seem to be like filtering it. And it heads further in, and in the far distance you see a great draconic skull. And the water seems to be floating from a hollowed out dragon skull, which seems to float down and form some sort of great, like kind of maybe water feature that then drains into these canals. And it doesn't take much for you to see small tadpole-like figures swimming amongst this gelatinous liquid in the canals.
Do I see a yellow hat anywhere?
You do not see a yellow hat.
Well, there's definitely.
I can put you over to the map if you wish, because you begin to see slight undulating tentacles, very large, in the distance near the dragon skull. It's only then that you see they're coming out of the eyes and parts of the bottom, and you see a very, very large elder brain.
Is this the dragon squid thing? Oh, fuck's sake. Will it be friendly?
I knew this map was going to come up.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When I started talking Aethids, I knew this was going to be the map.
It's a great map.
It's
a great map. It's so great that I even based the original description in Macra's short story after that, if you remember. But, all right, let's get.
Is it too late to turn around?
Nope.
No.
There's a kind of like a gentle whispering on the air, like a, and you hear a clapping. And a familiar voice begins to speak, and it echoes across the hall. You can't see where it comes from, but something in Alwyn, you recognise this voice. It's almost harkens back to an old time that you can just barely remember, and then you hear, "Well done, children."
Sorry, just wanted to ruin your moment.
There's no noise. There's nothing. No response for a few seconds. Alwyn, step away from them.
I'm about to be like cult triggered or something.
It's up to you whether you want that to happen. They are not your family. We are.
What? Sorry. What?
Those people that stole you from me? That stole Maisie from me? Maisie just looks...
I think we found your nanny.
I don't ever remember Nanny looking like that.
You don't, like I said, you don't see where it's coming from.
Still what I say.
Mm-hmm. Then the figure steps into view, just out of what looks like invisibility, and as she appears, she's got that look to her.
Okay, yeah, it's Nanny.
She stands, looking almost imperial, almost Bretonian in look and figure. Alwyn, such a disappointment.
I'm kind of confused by the whole thing. Why are you here? And is it true that you attacked Maisie and her family?
I tried to retrieve Maisie. I could not find you. And without you, the chosen one, I decided to try to make another chosen one. She resisted. There was conflict.
Sorry, what the hell do you mean, chosen one?
Oh, come on. Come now. Do you not remember? You were everything to us. and then you were stolen from us.
So I remember you're quite a nice, kind person, but I don't remember any kind of chosen one business or, big giant brains and stuff.
Oh, this? Oh, let's just ignore that for a second, Orwin and Maisie and friends. These are allies.
Right.
Fellow
It's
friends.
not really helping to ease my conscience or my thought process here.
She takes another, few steps forward. There's no ease of conscience. You shouldn't need that. You are not one of them. You are one of us. Come home. He's nearly here. He needs an avatar, and you were born for that purpose.
Maybe he was born.
Sorry, once again. Who is he, and what does he want with me? Other than to be an avatar. Let's just skip right past that bit.
You know who he is. You've known all your life. It's what you were born for.
Okay, I don't really remember being born, so explain
The
how that is
stars
exactly.
prophesized your return. We read it. He told us. We found you. Your parents didn't want you. They didn't want Maisie. We brought you up. That Gwandia stole you from us. You are our everything. You are to be our everything. You are to usher us in the era of the dreams.
Oh boy, this is heavy stuff.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not sure I'm quite ready for this, and I don't want any part of it, so... Macro, I'm really sorry about your impending death, but I think we should leave.
You are going nowhere.
Are we not?
Alright. And we'll end the session there, just as she says, you are going nowhere. And we'll continue this hopeful conflict, when Maisie is here too. Because now that Maisie is gone, I don't know how his character would react to also seeing Nanny also. Anyway, we'll find out next week.